Welcome to the fifth video in the Kvatch Rising Work in Progress series. This one here is probably not going to be as interesting as some of the others because it deals with the NPC creation before they actually do anything interesting. But it's an important video to make nonetheless because it demonstrates how to make NPCs in mass quickly and avoid CDTing, which is crashing. CDTing when placing NPCs is commonly caused by AI package errors. Usually the AI can't reach a location, so the game crashes out. The method I've used here to create NPCs in mass helps avoid that because it deals with the basics, and the basics include placing NPCs in cells where they're going to eat, sleep and wander around. But we don't actually give them any packages that make them do anything interesting, like they don't go to the pub, they don't go for a walk, they just stay in their own homes at this point. But they're all fully functional, as you can see. Even when the shops are working, you can buy things from the shops and everything. The only thing missing here is what they do, their lives, the city life that I like to add in the next phase. But the upshot of this particular method is you can produce a lot of NPCs quickly. And in this one, the last week, I've made 105 NPCs for this, and that is excluding any that I'm going to make in the future for the Necromancer Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, which are both going to have guilds in this town. Now here we go, this is an interesting point. If you've got the Elder Council mod, watch this. This is the Legion Tower. Notice when I first come in, I wasn't a member of the Legion. I'll put the helmet on, part of the uniform, remember, from the Elder Council. There you go. Now, I am a member of the Legion. See the attitude change? Standard support for the Elder Council Legion feature right there. As you can see, I'm even allowed to access all the stuff. It isn't stolen or anything. And just to prove it, I'll take the helmet off again. Now watch. Now, see? That's red. Hands red again, that means it's stolen, you see. So, the Legion feature from the Elder Council works seamlessly with friendly face of these dark. It's not going to be a problem. Now, I've got a surprise for you later on with in this video to do with the Mages Guild, and I'll insert it in the middle of this video. But in the meantime, I'll tell you about the rest of it before we get to that point. These guards, as you see, are on patrol. They're all scripted to patrol that way. I did them first. Some parts of this mod are actually working and finished already, the NPC parts, because I wanted to get them working. These shopkeepers and everything probably won't ever leave the shops, or maybe they will on a night. I haven't decided yet. Every one of these doors you're passing now has an NPC behind it. They're all being done, they're all finished. Says I might have to double up some NPCs, like add some married couples to certain quarters to increase the numbers of people around town if it looks a bit dead. But I've got that option, there's plenty of room for that. This is the Thieves Guild location. The guy you're about to see now is a fence. You can sell stolen goods to him. I'm not a thief, so I can't actually do anything with him. See, no options there at all. This is the Knights of Kvatch area. If you remember the troopers that were helping you out on the Kvatch mission or quest, all the guards that were there at the battle, well, they've all been promoted to knights in this mod, a reward for their bravery. Most of these would have probably died when you did it, but I brought them back to life for the mod.
Good to see you.
This is the barmaid. She actually sells drinks in the Knights bar.
Need a bite to eat? Maybe
you've actually got to be a member
of
the Knights to really be in here. They don't like you trespassing if you're not a member Knights, but the player will be a member of these Knights because he's a hero of Kvatch after all. So this will be your private little club with the other heroes of Kvatch.
Good to see you.
I wanted to include them, but I didn't want them just doing any old job after what they did. I figured having, say, Savlin doing a daytime job seemed a little bit boring, really, after what he did. So I figured I'd make them a night. This way they can do other stuff. Maybe quests later on. Here's another one of the shopkeepers. This woman is Lisa Tor. You might remember that from the Kvatch Aftermath mod. I brought her back here, kind of revived her. Now she's a shopkeeper. Now if we walk down here, you'll see some NPCs walking around. These aren't quite finished yet, these NPCs, but as you can see, the city's slowly coming to life. All the ones behind the doors haven't been given any external tasks yet. Right, we're going to see the Undertaker first. and then we're going to go across to the
Hi there.
Battle Mages Council, where I've got a surprise for you. Now, in the Battle Mages Council, I was going to do it as a bunch of freaks that were out to save the universe and no idea how, but after thinking about it, I've decided, well, I thought this is an awful lot like the Knights of the Lamp. Each group have a local branch, you see, and when you do Origin of the Mages Guild and you become Archmage, one of the quests you do is you hire new staff to replace the missing staff that should have been in the guild in the first place. All these things like the Master at Arms and the Master of Incubi and the Scythe and that lot. And one of the things you don't see is the local Order of the Lamp. Well, I've decided Kvatch is going to have his own Order of the Lamp.
Hello.
And it's going to appear in that room you've just seen there. And the guy at the door, guarding the door there, he's the leader of the Order of the Lamp. And some of these mages you see kicking around the place that aren't given specific jobs are going to be members of it too.
Yes.
So I've got a law-based reason for using them now that isn't so freakish. So you might see some stuff appearing there that supports the Origin of the Mages Guild as well. But it will need the control file to work properly. That's a file I plan to use to actually make everything work correctly. So when you do a quest in Origin of the Mages Guild, Kvatch knows you've done it. This way, so as soon as you do the quest in Origin of the Mages Guild, Kvatch will automatically update, and all these NPCs you see now will magically appear, along with the Order of the Lamp. It'd be quite cool to see working. It's a way of letting mods talk to each other. I've been using it quite a lot. I started out using Trickery and Smoke and Mirrors, and then with Kerp I started letting them contact directly, but I quit supporting the main Oblivion community shortly after that, so I didn't do much else with it. But I'm now going to be revisiting that idea, and you're going to see it in its full glory in this mod. Right, walking down the main street now. I'm now going to show you another idea that got revived. This time it comes from the Elder Council mod. Now, fans of the Elder Council mod, which is one of my best mods to date, I think, despite what people think when they look at Origin of the Mages Guild and Kvatch, Tech is the best one, I think. It says one of the characters in there was the Lawmaster, and he was in charge of the Imperial records basically. Well, here he is again, another Lawmaster in charge of the library. Hi there. Could say these Lawmasters are becoming mad librarians. He'll be the one telling you a lot of the lore in more depth.
Take care.
But you'll get lore from all the different NPCs. They've actually, lands have been recorded already for a lot of them. Most of these pubs, for instance, you see kicking around, all have lore dialogue recorded for them already to explain where the name comes from. Right, now we're going to take it inside the castle of Kvatch. You're about to see the new count. Now, in this version of the mod, the gold wines are pretty, endemic. They're everywhere. They were in Kvatch during the attack, but they're a big family, so you'll see a few gold wines kicking around Kvatch. And this guy here, the new count, this is one of his aides. She's a Nord, and her husband's a Nord, and between them they both help the new count. Now, I'm going to take you into the dining room now for a little look at that. Every dinner time they all go for a little sit down and a chat. So if you expect to see them between 11 and 1, forget it. This is where they'll be. Now, there's the servants.
Good morning.
Now, this is the new count and his new aides. This is his dining room where he entertains his guests. It's a public room, so you can enter without being arrested.
I've heard that the Nords of Skyrim have been warring with the Redaring of Morrowind.
Well met.
More fighting for the Nords.
And there we go,
and
Newcastle
welcome,
stuff.
friend.
More in keeping
Hail.
with a
Hello
small
there.
tower keep type castle, I think, than a large staff. As you can see, Count Horace Goldwine, the new Count, and his family will be found right around Kvatch. That's it. Goodbye. Have fun.